Success is when opportunity meets preparation. Compton, California, home to some of America's most famous celebrities and athletes. Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Tyson Chandler, Brandon Jennings, DeMar DeRozan. Even George W. Bush was born in Compton. It's clear that Compton is the breeding ground for some of the most influential men and women in sports, entertainment, politics, and culture in general. Our focus today is on one woman, however. 73 career singles titles, 858 wins to 156 losses. Winner of 7 Australian Opens, 7 Wimbledon championships, 6 US Open championships, and holder of whom many say is the greatest female athlete of all time. I am talking about no one other than Serena Williams. Born in Compton, California on September 26, 1981, Serena was prepared for greatness on the tennis court from the time she was 3 years old. Her father made sure that both her and Venus would succeed in the sport where women were starting to find a foothold in the eyes of viewers across the country. However, before we can get to the multiple Grand Slam wins and other list of accolades, we must acknowledge the fact that Serena Williams made her debut in 1995 at the age of 14 years old and got smoked. She did not play in another professional match until 1997, where she eventually rose in the world rankings and, going into 1999, won her first US Open. The greatest women's tennis player in history spent years and years preparing for her professional debut and was defeated in her opening match. There is so much to learn from this story. For many, we see success in sports as an elevator. We press the button that says greatness and expect to go straight to the top floor. However, it would be disingenuous to think that a road to success in athletics comes without the twists and turns more akin to a roller coaster than an elevator. It also comes with something that Serena's father knew instinctively: preparation. You see, it is almost unheard of for an athlete to step onto a grand stage with minimum to no preparation and succeed. It is even more rare and, dare I say, unheard of entirely for a player like that to go down as one of the greatest of all time. An underdog winner? Sure. Greatest of all time? Never been done. And never will be done. That's because preparation mixed with opportunity grants athletes the chance to perform exceedingly incredible feats. Life in a rearview mirror only grants us a partial picture. A glimpse at a highlight reel conspicuously edited to hide our faults and failures. We all know, however, that highlight reels only look good on TikTok or IG. A fuller picture is always necessary for a younger athlete to truly understand what it takes to be great at their craft. And that is something our next athlete was put on center stage to display during his career.
Steph Curry.
I think we can agree that most Disney stories or sports stories start off showing the main character overcoming incredible hardship in their childhood. defeating a bully that seems too big and nasty, sinking a game-winning shot despite his or her home life being in shambles. That wasn't the case for Steph Curry. Son of an NBA star in Charlotte, Curry had all the tools, both genetically and circumstantially, to succeed as a basketball player. Skipping over his childhood though, let's take a look at a pivotal moment in Curry's professional career. I'm talking about the 2011 and 2012 season. This season was not very good. Finished the season with a 23-43 record, along with a 105.4 offensive rating, good for 14th in the league, and a 109.1 defensive rating, which placed them at 27th in the league. Curry averaged 14.7 points per game, marking his lowest points per game average in his entire career. He also suffered a debilitating ankle injury in March of 2012. This was a low point in Curry's career. Serena Williams' preparation mixed with opportunity gave her an immediate step into the spotlight in tennis. It wasn't this way for Curry. Despite having a father who played in the NBA and being touted as one of the best shooters for his draft class, even back in '09, Curry's rise to greatness and winning was one marked by patience, and not in the way you may be thinking. You see, the Warriors made it to the first round of the playoffs and the Western Conference semifinals in back-to-back years. Curry had risen to prominence on a global basketball stage and was responsible for changing the way that kids across the globe approached the game of basketball. But he still hadn't won a championship. This goes to show that winning does not always look like a championship. Sometimes winning looks like building championship habits, consistently being great, even if your greatness hasn't been seen yet. The Warriors and Curry are great examples of what it is to have a championship mentality and work ethic, even before the trophy lands in your trophy case. This is a lesson we can learn from Curry in our own lives. And it's safe to say you know the rest of the story. Back-to-back rings in 2016 and 2017, in addition to adding a ring in 2014 and another one in 2021. Curry proved that doing the right thing, or said in a different way, playing at the level of a champion, even when no one is watching, keeps you prepared. It allows you to step into the spotlight with confidence and not fear. This is a lesson that this coach kept close to her heart for many, many years until her greatness was finally shown on a grand stage. When people think of Iowa, their mind immediately goes to Caitlin Clark. And for good reason. She is the best women's three-point shooter we have ever seen. However, real OG Iowa fans think of another name when talking about Iowa's greatness. That is none other than Lisa BLUDER. Born in Appleton, Wisconsin, BLUDER began coaching at St. Ambrose University in 1984. She successfully led each one of those teams to a winning record and made it all the way to the NAIA Final Four in her final 2 years at St. Ambrose. From there, she moved on to Drake University, where she struggled in her first 2 seasons with a losing record. However, in her 5th season at Drake, she made it to the second round of the NCAA tournament, followed by 3 other NCAA tournament berths before 2000. And it was in 2000-2001 that Lisa BLUDER moved over to Iowa and made the NCAA tournament in her first season. As a matter of fact, she only had one losing season at Iowa, which came during the 06-07 season. And Caitlin Clark did not even arrive in Iowa until 2021. All of that to say, Lisa BLUDER had a championship mentality from day one. There is one thing you may have noticed, however. Lisa BLUDER never won a championship at any level, NAIA or NCAA. It would be incorrect to say that she somehow failed as a coach in this regard. This further proves that trophies and championships do not necessarily dictate success. It is what each coach strives for at the beginning of every season, don't get me wrong. I would know. It must be acknowledged, though, that so many things have to go right in order to win a championship. Limited injuries, favorable matchups until the final set of games, a fantastic administration and fan support. It's not all dependent upon X's and O's. Lisa BLUDER is a proven winner with a championship mindset. And that's without a championship. In an interview with CBS Sports, Lisa BLUDER reflects on her time as a coach. Not once during the interview does the interviewer talk about her lack of championships. It's not necessary. This truly goes to show that success, specifically in basketball, cannot all be chalked up to championships alone. In the GOAT conversation, sure. In terms of success, though, no way. The lives of hundreds of women have been affected positively because of Lisa BLUDER and her coaching. And you never hear them complaining about a lack of championships either. Winning is hard, especially winning championships. Even the greats like Serena Williams, who have won more than tennis players combined, did not come easy. Her preparation allowed her to step into that spotlight ready to go. And even when preparation was adequate and nerves were not an issue, championships were still hard to come by, like we saw with Steph Curry. His motivation was not swayed by losing, however. He remained steady and worked like a champion every single day until his dream was achieved. And even when the ultimate championship trophy doesn't come, we can know and understand from Lisa BLUDER that greatness still can be associated with your name. That is a lesson we can all learn. Winning championships is hard. Winning in life, daily conversations, relationships, and habits can be achieved daily, though. Let's start there and add trophies to your case when they come.